Okay, so you sent over some fascinating material on achieving success. I have to say I'm excited to dive into it with you.
Yeah?
We're taking a deep dive into Napoleon Hill's Keys to Success.
Right.
A book that came from a challenge by Andrew Carnegie himself.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine being tasked with interviewing over 500 successful people and distilling their philosophies?
It's amazing. What's fascinating is Hilly didn't just interview these giants.
Right.
He actually lived with Carnegie for a while,
Oh, wow.
absorbing his wisdom firsthand.
Yeah.
Talk about an incredible mentorship.
It's like getting a master class in success.
Yeah.
Straight from the source.
Straight from the source.
Yeah.
Hilly organized all these insights into 17 principles.
Yeah.
We're going to explore some of the most intriguing ones today.
Okay.
Get ready for some aha moments because these principles are as relevant today as they were back then.
Absolutely. They provide a timeless framework for achieving success in any field. So let's start with the foundation.
Okay.
Definiteness of purpose.
Right.
Hill claims a staggering 98% of people lack this, leading to indecision and stagnation.
Yeah.
That's a pretty powerful statement, wouldn't you say?
It is. It highlights the importance of having a clear, burning desire for what you want to achieve. It's not enough to simply wish for success.
Right.
You must have that laser focus.
Right.
Hill even compares the conscious and subconscious mind working together like a camera, focusing intently on your desired outcome.
Oh, I love that analogy. It really drives the point home. So it's not just about vaguely hoping for success, but actively visualizing it.
Yes.
Feeling it and relentlessly pursuing it, almost like programming your mind to attract it.
Precisely. Think of individuals like Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, or even Bill Gates. They all had unwavering focus on their goals.
Right.
Without that clear target, your efforts are scattered.
Yeah.
Like shooting arrows in the dark.
Definiteness of purpose sets the stage for everything else, Yeah.
Knowing
where you're going and why it matters to you.
Exactly.
Which brings us to the Mastermind Alliance.
Okay.
This one really intrigued me.
It's a powerful concept. Imagine two or more minds working in perfect harmony towards a shared goal.
Right.
You gain access to the experience, training, and knowledge of others.
Right.
Accelerating your progress in ways you couldn't achieve alone.
No one achieves great things in isolation, right? It's about leveraging that collective wisdom and support. What I find so practical is that Hill provides specific steps for forming and maintaining a successful alliance, like choosing the right members, defining rewards, and setting a regular meeting schedule.
Those elements are crucial for creating that high-performing team dedicated to your growth.
Yeah.
Whether it's made up of business partners, mentors, or even close friends who champion your goals.
Imagine the synergy of that kind of support.
Yeah.
Speaking of positive influence,
Okay.
let's move on to attractive personality.
All right.
Now, this isn't about superficial charm, is it?
Not at all. Hill is referring to qualities that draw people to you and make them want to contribute to your success.
So it's about genuine human connection and the positive impact you have on others.
That's right.
What's amazing is that Hill breaks down over 20 elements that contribute to this, going beyond a positive mental attitude to include flexibility, effective communication, and even a good handshake.
He really covers it all. It makes you think about the small details that can make a big difference in how people perceive you.
Yeah. Imagine the impact of these elements on your daily interactions, your negotiations, or even just presenting your ideas.
Like that story Hill shares about the lawyer whose confidence and presence
swayed the entire courtroom. That's the power of an attractive personality at work.
It is.
It reminds me of that saying, people may not remember what you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Cultivating these qualities leaves a positive and lasting impression on others.
Right. But how do we tap into a deeper source of power to fuel our efforts?
Yeah.
That's where applied faith comes in.
Oh, okay.
This is where it gets really interesting. And you're right.
Yeah.
It's not just about religious belief. It's about believing in yourself and your ability to achieve your goals. Aligning yourself with what Hill calls infinite intelligence or the vital forces of the universe.
That's a great way to put it. Hill provides steps for overcoming disbelief
Right.
and conquering the 7 basic fears that hold most people back. Fears like poverty, criticism, even death.
It's about tapping into an unseen power source to fuel your efforts. A hidden reserve of strength and resilience that we all have access to. Now, Hill doesn't advocate for blind faith, though.
Right. He emphasizes the importance of taking action, aligning your thoughts and beliefs with your desired outcomes.
So it's about having faith in the process, in your abilities, and in the universe's power to support your journey. Which brings us to going the extra mile.
Okay.
This is where you stand out from the crowd, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's about consistently exceeding expectations. Exceeding them with the right attitude. Hill even uses the inspiring story of the Nordstrom phenomenon, a retail empire built on a commitment to going above and beyond.
It makes you think about the ripple effect, right? How even small acts of service can create those unexpected rewards. Hill compares it to planting seeds. Every act of service is a seed that will eventually sprout and reward you.
That's a beautiful analogy. It emphasizes cultivating a mindset of abundance. Giving freely without expecting anything in return, knowing that the universe has a way of rewarding those who go the extra mile.
And then there's personal initiative. The driving force behind all achievement. Being proactive. Taking action without being told. Always looking for ways to improve and innovate. It's about being a self-starter. A go-getter.
Absolutely. Hill shares inspiring stories of people who took initiative and achieved great things. Like Amy Hillier-Jones, who revolutionized marketing for African Americans. These individuals saw opportunities and seized them with boldness and determination.
It's not always about grand gestures, though, is it? He also stresses the importance of attention to detail, using the example of Kaiser, the steel magnate who stayed informed about every stage of his operations. It's about being present and engaged in every aspect of your endeavor.
Precisely. Personal initiative is about taking ownership of your success, of being the driving force behind your achievements. It's about stepping into your power as a creator and innovator.
These principles we've discussed, they're all interwoven, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. They really do build upon each other, creating that powerful framework for success that Hill intended.
It really makes you pause and consider which of these principles resonates most strongly with you. What stands out to you in all of this?
What's fascinating is how Hill emphasizes the practical application of these principles. You know, he doesn't just present these lofty ideas. He provides concrete steps and techniques for incorporating them into your everyday life.
That's so true. Like his detailed breakdown of forming a Mastermind Alliance, right down to selecting members and scheduling meetings.
Exactly. He understood that knowledge is most valuable when it's understood and applied. You know, the key takeaway for me is that these principles, they're not just theories. They're actionable tools for creating the life you desire.
And that's what makes Keys to Success so enduring. It's not simply a motivational book. It's a practical guide to achieving your goals.
Absolutely. It encourages readers to take responsibility for their own success, to cultivate the qualities and habits that will lead to fulfillment and achievement.
Speaking of taking responsibility, one thing that really struck me was Hill's emphasis on the power of our thoughts. He states that the only thing over which we have complete control is our own mind. It's a powerful concept.
It is, and it connects directly to the principle of accurate thinking, which is essential for making sound decisions and navigating the complexities of life.
You know, he even compares our mind to a piece of land. It can be cultivated into a beautiful, productive garden or left fallow to be overrun by weeds.
That's such a vivid image.
You're right.
Yeah, it really highlights the importance of tending to our thoughts, weeding out negativity, and planting seeds of positivity and growth.
It makes you think about how often we focus on external circumstances when true power lies within.
Exactly. Hill challenges us to shift our focus inward. To cultivate that mindset of abundance and to believe in our ability to create the reality we desire.
And one of the most powerful ways to cultivate that mindset is through applied faith, which we discussed earlier.
Absolutely. Applied faith is about tapping into that source of power greater than ourselves and using it to fuel our efforts and overcome any obstacle.
And that leads us to overcoming fear, which Hill identifies as one of the biggest roadblocks to success.
He does. In fact, he outlines 7 basic fears that hold most people back, including fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and even death.
It's a sobering list.
Yeah.
But Hill provides practical strategies for conquering each of these fears.
He does, and he emphasizes that fear is often rooted in our own thoughts and beliefs, which we have the power to change.
It's about recognizing those fears, confronting them head on, and replacing them with faith and courage.
Exactly. And that courage often comes from having a definite major purpose, a burning desire that fuels our actions and propels us forward.
Like having a North Star. Guiding us through the darkness and keeping us on course, even when we encounter storms.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And speaking of storms, Hill also addresses the importance of learning from adversity and defeat.
He does, and he makes a really interesting point.
Defeat isn't necessarily a setback, but an opportunity for growth and learning. It's about seeing those challenges as stepping stones on the path to success.
He even compares defeat to resistance training in weightlifting. The more resistance you encounter, the stronger you become.
I love that analogy.
It
really reframes defeat as a necessary part of the growth process.
It does.
A way to build resilience and develop our inner strength.
And it ties directly to the principle of positive mental attitude.
Right.
Hill emphasizes the importance of maintaining a positive outlook, even when facing adversity, of looking for that seed of equivalent benefit in every disappointment.
It's about choosing to see the glass half full.
That's right.
Even when it feels like the world is crumbling around us.
And that positive attitude is contagious. You know, it inspires those around us and helps us attract opportunities and support. And that support is so important, especially when it comes in the form of a Mastermind Alliance, where we can leverage that collective wisdom and experience of others.
Exactly. Having that group of like-minded individuals who believe in us and our vision can make all the difference.
It's like having a personal board of advisors cheering us on, offering guidance and encouragement when we need it most.
And that brings us to another critical aspect of success. Cultivating creative vision. It's about seeing beyond the present moment and imagining a future filled with possibilities.
Haley provides inspiring examples of individuals who used their creative vision to achieve remarkable things, like Thomas Steinberg, who revolutionized the grocery industry with his concept of the superstore.
And he didn't even invent the superstore idea. He simply saw the potential in someone else's vision and applied his own ingenuity and business acumen to bring it to life.
It's a great example of how creative vision isn't just about coming up with original ideas. It's also about recognizing opportunities and having the courage to pursue them.
And it often involves taking risks, stepping outside of our comfort zones, believing in our ability to create something new and innovative.
Speaking of creating something new, Hill also delves into the importance of maintaining sound health, both physically and mentally.
He does, and he emphasizes that our physical and mental well-being are interconnected. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, and vice versa.
He even talks about the importance of understanding the rhythms of life, of finding that balance between work and rest, and of nurturing our emotional well-being.
That's so important. In a world that often glorifies busyness and productivity, it's easy to neglect our own self-care and emotional needs.
But Hill reminds us that true success is holistic. It encompasses not just our professional achievements, but also our physical health, our relationships, and our overall sense of well-being.
And that sense of well-being is often cultivated through practices like proper nutrition, adequate sleep, regular exercise, and meaningful connections with others.
It's about taking a holistic approach to life, recognizing that all aspects of our being are interconnected and contribute to our overall success and happiness.
And that brings us to often overlooked, but crucial aspect of success. The power of sexual energy and sublimation.
Now, this is where Hill's insights get really interesting. He talks about how sexual energy is this powerful force that can be channeled into creative endeavors and personal growth.
He does. And he emphasizes that this isn't about suppressing or denying our sexual desires, but rather about understanding and harnessing this energy in a constructive way.
It's about recognizing that sexual energy is a vital life force that can be transmuted into inspiration, motivation, and creative expression.
And Hull even provides specific techniques for sublimation. Like engaging in physical activity, immersing ourselves in creative pursuits, or even focusing our attention on our goals and aspirations.
It's about finding healthy and productive outlets for this energy rather than allowing it to become stagnant or destructive.
Exactly. And this principle ties directly to the importance of self-discipline, which is essential for channeling our energy effectively and achieving our goals.
Hill makes a powerful point.
He does.
Self-discipline is not about deprivation or restriction. It's about mastering our emotions and directing our energy towards constructive pursuits.
And he emphasizes that this mastery requires a delicate balance between reason and emotion. You know, we need to acknowledge and honor our feelings, but also use our reasoning abilities to guide our actions and make sound decisions.
It's about finding that sweet spot. Where we're not ruled by our emotions, but also not suppressing them entirely. It's about integrating our emotional and rational selves to create a harmonious and fulfilling life.
And that integration is often facilitated through the practice of self-reflection, which Hill encourages throughout Keys to Success.
He does. He even suggests keeping an enthusiasm log.
Oh, wow.
To track the circumstances that inspire us and the actions we take as a result. You know, it's a way to become more aware of our own patterns and to identify the things that truly ignite our passions.
That's such a valuable practice.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It helps us gain that deeper understanding of ourselves, our motivations, and the things that bring us joy and fulfillment.
And that self-awareness is crucial for making choices that align with our values and our vision for the future.
Exactly. It empowers us to live more intentionally, to create a life that's truly our own, rather than simply reacting to external circumstances.
And it allows us to tap into the power of personal initiative, which is all about being proactive, taking ownership, and creating the change we want to see in the world.
Absolutely. Personal initiative is the driving force behind all great achievements. It's about having the courage to step up, to take action, and to make a difference.
And Hill provides some incredible examples of individuals who embodied this principle, like Amy Hilliard-Jones, who revolutionized marketing for African Americans.
She's a truly inspiring example of someone who saw an opportunity and seized it with boldness and determination.
And she didn't wait for permission or validation from others.
She didn't?
She trusted her instincts, took initiative, and created a path for herself.
And that's really the essence of personal initiative. It's about trusting ourselves, believing in our abilities, and taking action even when we don't have all the answers.
And it's about being persistent, right? Hill emphasizes that success is rarely a straight line.
He does.
It often involves setbacks, detours, unexpected challenges.
He does. And he reminds us that the key is to never give up, to learn from our mistakes, and to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough.
It's about having that unwavering belief in ourselves and our vision, even when the world seems to be telling us otherwise.
And that unwavering belief is often fueled by a deep sense of purpose, which brings us back to the foundation of Hill's philosophy, definiteness of purpose.
It all comes full circle, doesn't it?
It does.
Definiteness of purpose sets the stage for everything else. It gives us direction, motivation, and the resilience to overcome any obstacle.
Absolutely. And it connects to the principle of accurate thinking. Because when we have that clear purpose, we're better able to evaluate information, make sound decisions, and stay focused on what truly matters.
And that focus is amplified through controlled attention, which helps us direct our energy and resources towards our goals.
Yes.
Minimizing distractions and maximizing our effectiveness.
Exactly. Controlled attention is like a laser beam,
Right.
cutting through the clutter and illuminating the path to our desired outcome.
And that path is often paved with acts of service, which is the essence of going the extra mile.
Hill reminds us that true success is not just about personal gain.
Right.
It's also about making a positive impact on the world around us.
It's about cultivating that spirit of generosity.
Yes.
Of contributing our talents and resources to something larger than ourselves.
And that spirit of generosity often comes back to us in unexpected ways, creating a ripple effect of positivity and abundance.
It's like that saying, the more you give, the more you receive.
Precisely. And that brings us to the importance of teamwork, which Hill emphasizes throughout. Keys to success.
He does. He even tells a fascinating story about how Hugh Chalmers, a sales manager at National Cash Register, turned the company around by fostering a spirit of teamwork among his employees.
It's a great example of how collaboration and a shared sense of purpose can overcome negativity and achieve remarkable results.
And it highlights the importance of effective leadership. Of inspiring others to believe in themselves and their ability to contribute to a common goal.
And that inspiration often comes from leading by example, from embodying the principles we've been discussing and demonstrating their power in our own lives.
It's about walking the talk, showing up with integrity, and inspiring others to do the same. You know, it's inspiring to see how all these principles connect and build on each other. One principle that really stood out to me was Hill's emphasis on accurate thinking.
That's a great one to highlight. It's like the foundation for making sound judgments and navigating the complexities of life.
Absolutely. He even uses this striking analogy, right? Comparing the mind to a garden. You cultivate it with positive thoughts and it flourishes. Neglect it and it becomes overrun with negativity. It really makes you think about the power of our thoughts.
It does. And, you know, this connects directly with overcoming fear. Another big theme in Keys to Success. He identifies 7 basic fears that often hold us back. Fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, you name it.
It's a pretty sobering list, but what's fascinating is how Hill provides actual strategies for conquering each of those fears.
He does.
Turning them into stepping stones instead of roadblocks.
He does. He empowers you to recognize those fears, confront them, and replace them with faith and courage. And that courage often stems from having that definite major purpose. That burning desire that propels you forward.
It's like having that unshakable belief in yourself and your vision, you know?
Exactly. And it's fascinating how Hill links this to the idea of creative vision. Think of someone like Thomas Steinberg, who revolutionized the grocery industry. He didn't invent the superstore concept, but he saw its potential and brought it to life through his own ingenuity and vision.
It's a great reminder that creative vision isn't always about coming up with something entirely new. It's also about recognizing opportunities and having the courage to pursue them.
And that pursuit often involves taking risks, stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Absolutely. And that brings us to a really intriguing aspect of Hill's work, the idea of harnessing sexual energy. Now, before you think this is getting too spicy for a deep dive.
Hill isn't talking about anything inappropriate. He's referring to the idea of sublimation, channeling that powerful energy into creative endeavors and personal growth.
It's about recognizing that sexual energy is a vital life force that can fuel inspiration, motivation, and even creative expression.
And he even provides practical techniques for sublimation, like physical activity, creative pursuits, or focusing intently on your goals. It's about using that energy constructively, not letting it stagnate.
That's a really insightful way to look at it. And this ties in beautifully with the importance of self-discipline.
I completely agree. Hill makes it clear that self-discipline isn't about deprivation. It's about mastering your emotions and directing your energy towards what truly matters.
And that mastery involves finding a balance between reason and emotion. It's about acknowledging your feelings, but also using your reasoning abilities to make sound choices. It's like integrating those two sides to create a harmonious life.
That's a fantastic way to summarize it. And speaking of integration, Hill emphasizes the power of self-reflection throughout Keys to Success.
He does. He even suggests keeping a log of what inspires you and the actions you take as a result. It's about becoming more aware of your own patterns. And identifying those things that truly ignite your passion.
That's such a valuable practice.
Isn't it?
It helps you gain that deeper understanding of yourself, your motivations, and what brings you genuine joy.
And that self-awareness is crucial for making choices that align with your values and your vision for the future. It empowers you to live more intentionally and design a life that's truly your own.
It's about recognizing that you are the architect of your own life.
And that brings us back to the power of personal initiative, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It's about being proactive, taking ownership, creating the change you want to see in the world.
Cahobo provides so many inspiring examples of individuals who embody this principle. People like Amy Hilliard-Jones, who revolutionized marketing for African Americans.
He's a fantastic example of someone who saw an opportunity and went for it with boldness and determination.
And she didn't wait for permission or validation.
She didn't.
She trusted her instincts. And carved her own path.
It's a testament to the power of believing in yourself and taking action. Even when you don't have all the answers.
Absolutely. And it's about recognizing that success is rarely a straight line. Hill emphasizes persistence. The importance of learning from your mistakes and continuing to move forward, even when faced with challenges.
It's about maintaining that unwavering faith in yourself and your vision, even when the world seems to be testing you.
And that brings us full circle, back to the foundation of Hill's philosophy, definiteness of purpose.
It all connects. Having that clear sense of purpose sets the stage for everything else.
It does.
It fuels your motivation, guides your actions, and gives you the resilience to overcome any obstacle.
You know, after exploring all these principles, I'm struck by how much wisdom Hill packed into Keys to Success. It's like a blueprint.
It is.
For crafting a life filled with purpose and meaning.
It really is. And what's so remarkable is that these principles are timeless. They transcend time and circumstance, offering a message of hope and empowerment for anyone seeking to live a more fulfilling life.
And it's not just about reaching a destination, is it? It's about embracing the journey of continuous growth, learning, and self-discovery.
Exactly. And who knows what incredible adventures await as we continue to explore these principles and apply them to our own lives.
I know, it's exciting.
What will your unique path to success reveal?